Hi everyone. As I've been saying, I'm going to do some adult reading. It's not really adult, but it's... Anyway. And as I've said, I'm going to do some adult reading, and it's going to be the Picture of Dorian Gray with an emphasized accent, and not with an American accent, as you've heard me speak. So, let's try and get this aligned and whatnot. Okay. We're going to start at chapter 1, but, as I said, I don't know how far I'm going to read, but if you want me to keep reading, I'm not going to read the whole thing, or the whole chapter, but just some of it. So, hope you enjoy. The studio was filled with the rich odor of roses, and when the light summer wind strided amidst the trees of the garden, there came through the open door a heavy scent of lilac, or more delicate perfume of the pink flowering thorn. As you can see, I'm still having... I usually talk with not an accent, so it's kind of hard for me to emphasize the accent, but not the point. From the corner of the divan of Persian saddlebags, on which he was laying, smoking, as was his custom, innumerable cigarettes, Lord Henry Wotton could just catch the gleam of the honey-sweet and honey-colored blossom of a laburnum, whose tremulous branches seemed hardly able to bear the burden of a beauty so flame-like as theirs. And now and then the fantastic shadows of birds in flight flittered across the long torso silk curtains that were stretched in front of the huge windows, producing a kind of momentary Japanese effect, and making him think of those pallid, jaded-faced painters of Tokyo, who, through the medium of an art that is necessarily immobile, seek to convey the sense of swiftness and motion. The sullen murmurs of the bees shouldering their way through the long, unknown grass, or circling with momentous intenseness round the duty-glit horns of the straggling woodbine, seemed to make the silliness more oppressive. The dim roar of London was like the burdened note of distant organ. In the center of the room, clamped to an upright easel, stood the full-length portrait of a young man, extraordinarily personal beauty. Sorry for the crooked thing there. And in front of it, some little distance away, was sitting the artist himself, Basil Hallward, whose sudden disappearance some years ago caused at the time such public excitement and gave rise to so many strange conjectures. At this, painter looked at the gracious and column from he had so skillfully mirrored in his art. A smile of a pleasure passed across his face, and seemed about to linger there. but he suddenly started up and, closing his eyes, placed his fingers upon the lids, and though he sought to imprison within his brain some curious dream from which he feared he might not wake. I think that'll do for today. What'd you guys think? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you hate it? Well, let me know, and maybe I'll continue reading and do more.